with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Heineke. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards. On the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Nice hit, baby.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Newton to throw. Forced out to his left. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. First and 10 right at the 20. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Hey, hey.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Minnesota's football here in just a second, and you think about the season that the Vikings have had, maybe not the kind of year that folks had envisioned for the Vikings. You thought maybe this could be an 11, 12, maybe even a 13-win season if all fell in place, but that has not been the case.
That is so true, because we thought with the acquisition of Kirk Cousins, that would take care of everything on offense. The defense, one of the best in the league in 2017. No reason to think that that wouldn't continue, and they've still been one of the top units out there. But if they make the playoffs and they play as they did against Miami in Week 15, especially on offense when they ran the ball for 198 yards. Look out, because then the Vikings could be dangerous. Can you imagine if they went to Dallas and took them on the road? Imagine that physical clash. And if they emerged out of that one, who knows?
Second down, Cousins. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Eluding the pressure right. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Gun. Hey, 4 down.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Heavy. Watch the backfield. Watch it. Reset. 180.
Newton now to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Great. Shoot some.
Newton on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead grows to 10-0. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Vikings making their way out, and let's take this time to talk about the Vikings Club Championship of Madden. It was held in mid-December, and your winner, I.B. Straffen, or is it I.B. Strafen? You've got the pronunciation guide.
I.B. Strafen.
Strafen. My bad, Mr. Strafen. Whichever you prefer, but defeating newcomer Jay Wolfman, he'll represent the Vikings in the league-wide club championship event in early February that has a $700,000 prize pool.
I just want you to know I heard from I.B. Strafen's people. It is not whichever you prefer. It's I.B. Strafen.
I guess I should probably correct it. It might be Jay Wolfman, not Wolfman, like I said. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over them. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Gun.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Flush to his right. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Michael Palardy now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They'll cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And up to the 30.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. Yeah. Wake up. The cake up. Raise up. Or make us do something we don't want to. Fight down on you. Right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the rain for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the white flag, they forfeiting it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it, shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you block 'em off. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck, goose, linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every 2. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my highlight, my property. Do a quarterback sneak, it's on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I stiff them, I'm down, get off of me.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Gordon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 3 down. 3 down. Load it. Load it. Alpha. Alpha.
On the run, this is Jackson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Done. Check 48 the mic. Check 48 the mic. Keep it skinny. Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Escaping the press. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a gain of 3. And it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
319.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Gone.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Coming. Gone.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gun! Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And some room to roam now. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90!
Jackson on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Detroit! They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Detroit! Y'all playing the wrong football.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Tight end right. Set! 3:19! Watch number 86. Watch 86. Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Gun!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Los Angeles Chargers, you think Week 15, Charles, that win over Kansas City. Look, they're not sneaking up on anybody anymore. This is a team that can make a run in the postseason.
Not only can they make a run at the postseason, their head coach, Anthony Lynn, truly believes in the team, because in that win in Week 15, remember, he opted to go for 2 after the late touchdown. It worked, and when they asked him about it after the game, he said, it was a no-brainer. With my team, we're going for it. But I'm with you on this team. They're not sneaking up on anyone, yet they're also going to be a handful for anyone that they're going to play.
And remember, they also beat Pittsburgh in December as well. So this is a team that is very, very talented. Both of those games, by the way, primetime matchups, and the whole nation saw them.
Yeah, the last part, they can go on the road and win. That's a big, big deal because of that defense.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 3rd down, Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line.